me because obviously one, I'm not gonna take seven. I mean, it's plain as day. I mean, last week Doug came up with a genius proposition to replace Coach with myself. If you don't know who I am Davis, aka Drip, the one and only, the stat guy for BRP. I'm not taking 7 months off like some people and use an excuse as like, I got a wife, I got kids, I got a job, I'm going back to school. Like I'm in the gym. I have an everyday life and I'm doing 1 pod, 2 pods, and this pod. So, I mean, that's some stats for you right there. It's plain as day. People run from the grind and talk and talk and talk and try to hate and say that I got the battery in my back because I'm talking different. Listen, all I know is that I have a certain number of appearances on 1 pod and you have none. So it's plain as day. Doug, Banks, how's that for hate? I mean, I can hate as easily as Mr. Angry all the time can. I mean, shit. It ain't that hard. He ain't that original.
I'm the greatest. The greatest. I was. Yo. Wow.
See, people get mad because I'm some 5'7" white guy talking shit. Yeah, Doug, that's how tall I am, so you can relax.
That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
That's genetics. It's Irish and Chinese genetics from my ancestors, so there's nothing I could do about that.
My condolences to you. Buy Jordan 12s. They give you some height. Or some 9s. So some 9s can get you to 5'10", and if you're 5'10", you're 6 feet.
That's the thing. Yeah, if I was like 5'10", it'd be a wrap. Like,
damn. But I tagged you on those little foot things, bro.
Yeah, get the Tom Cruise cheaters.
Yeah, I'm about to buy me some, bro. I'm already 6 feet. I'm gonna be 6'2" this summer.
Believe in yourself, Banks. Maybe if you were a better person, you would be taller. I'm just saying.
No.
That's true. That's true. Well, if I stand on the full of shit that I am, then I'll probably be like 6'5".
Yeah, probably. There's a chance. There's a chance. Welcome to the Undisputed Hater Podcast.
Hey.
Featuring myself, Doug, Mr. Banks himself, and
a white person. Yeah.
Not for Virginia, so don't fucking lose your mind, Coach.
Yo,
I don't have racist teeth, so fuck you. Kiss my ass.
What's the Chappelle Show skit? Is it Rick James when he's like, the milk's gone bad?
The milk's gone bad, Charlie Murphy.
Davis is here. I mean, Coach couldn't.
Shocker. Wow. I mean,
hey, man, you know, we told him last week this is not really his podcast, but like, he took 7 months off. We don't got time.
I remember giving you a bunch of shit for running from the grind. But then I saw that you were like actually living like that. You actually probably could have been potting, but just yeah.
I just got shit to do. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we're good now. You know, what I mean, I got a new coffee table this weekend. You know?
That's what I gotta get. That's one thing I've almost been in my apartment a year, and I have the coffee table that was lent to me. I haven't got a new coffee table.
I've reached the stage where like the living room's good, furniture wise. I need to put some artwork on the wall. And I'm pretty straight.
Yeah.
It's a little cold in California. Not really fucking with it, but
it's raining here right now. Thunderstorms.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
And Davis, I know you pod with Banks a lot, so you know that it's a new week. You don't know where Banks is.
No, I know. Again, because I talk to Banks pretty much every day. Again, he's like My brother, yeah. So
That's
Banks and I. Nah, I definitely would.
And I
take breaks
told
over.
Doug too. I'm sick of y'all thinking I'm fucking Dr. Umar. Shouts out to Amp. I told Amp they think I'm fucking Dr. Umar just recording at random places like the park. The NBA is not a suspect. I am at a registry that I choose to live to month. If I decide to go to Pacific Standard Time, I can do that. That's called black privilege, folks. When you actually pay your rent on time. I'm blessed enough to be able to do that.
I don't got no questions. As long as you good, your Wi-Fi.
I'm never good.
Oh
yeah,
fucking pay me.
You just remember that because I was like, my idea for a pod is to do the 2-minute special the entire time, just to talk about shit and then never talk about it. That would be the pod. And at the end, scream, "Fucking pay me!" Like advertisers, Squarespace.
Listen, all I know is the Undisputed Hater podcast now has me behind the keys, so we got insight into the data analytics. So if the ratings in the listenings are going up, the motherfucker with the 6 kids and all them stimulus checks, we gonna need to talk. If I'm putting numbers on the board, I think we need to have a discussion.
I just want to know how someone can hate white people so much, but then praise Trevor Lawrence, The Fiend, and MAGA Mark. I just want to know how you can be so anti-white, but then those are idols, those are legends.
I mean, those when you look at them,
that's really a terrible trio when you put it all together. Shit, like,
and he hates Sasha Banks.
Exact. Like, come on. And again, comparing her to Thin Mints. Thin Mints are phenomenal. Who hates Thin Mints? Nah, Thin Mints are great.
That's
my girl just brought me some Thin Mints on Saturday, so yeah.
That's why you like them.
Yeah.
No, grew up on Thin Mints.
That's sad. I grew up on s'mores.
Yeah, no.
The Discord is going crazy right now, by the way. Shouts out to the Discord.
Why?
I don't know. I barely go on the Discord.
Probably because it's Hall of Fame, and I mean, it goes crazy any night. But
so I interesting enough, I saw an article today about how the process is for the Hall of Fame, and it is legit like Vince picks it. And I was like, oh, okay, but it's like everyone there hands in a list, and they treat it like a show. Like, all right, this person will be fine for ratings. This dude's a little dry. Maybe we could put them together so like overshadows it. But he's not putting in nobody corny. He might be like, oh, he can go next year because we can't put 2 dry people on the show. That's fucking up my ratings. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Like the whole thing this year is that Kane and Khali are going in when the Big Show hasn't gone in, and then RVD is going in, and Christian hasn't gone in yet. So it's like, is there that backlash he has?
I feel like he doesn't.
Khali should be in the Hall of Fame.
Who, Big Show? Yeah, he's going.
No, well, him too. The great Khali should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Whoa! Hey!
If he can go in the Hall of Fame, Jinder Mahal can go in the Hall of Fame.
He probably
he will. Everyone will go in at some point. Everyone except Redacted will get in.
Listen. Khali it's bigger than us. It's for
marketing purposes. I'm not against that.
Yeah.
If you say it because
similar, it's similar to putting Yao in the Hall of Fame immediately after he retired, and not having him wait 5-year period. He could have just waited 5 years like everyone else, but they were like, "Nah, your contributions, we're just gonna throw you right in." Yeah,
which I'm not mad at. But if I just look at it as a talent, not Hall of Fame. But once again, it's the same conversation I think me and Davis had, and I have with others when it comes to Hall of Fame. The NBA Hall of Fame put in Reggie Miller, so how much does it really value the Hall of Fame?
He was what, top 5? He was top 5 in 3-pointers though, wasn't he?
That don't fucking matter, bro. What accolades other than UCLA, him going to the finals twice.
But that's what gets him.
No, once.
That's what gets him
in 2000.
It's just basketball, so it's like everything.
Yeah. Oh, and then that's the thing. Like, this is the WWE Hall of Fame, so like, if they were to discount like RVD for like ECW accomplishments, again, like why were they putting the NWO and like the whole like the NWO WWE run was like from what everyone's like, I didn't get to see it, but like
You didn't miss much.
Well, no, I know, that's what I mean, but like, and again, they let in Shawn Michaels and Big Show and Booker T at one point. I was like, what the fuck is this?
The NWO after they left was Booker T was in it. There was like a fake Goldust was in it. Shawn and Nash got back together. And
Shocker.
Then it was a strange time. It didn't hit at all.
That was right before Kevin Nash probably tore his quads for the 4th time.
Yeah, he'd be doing that a lot.
16 times.
Waking up.
That's probably why he quit basketball, honestly.
No, I think that is why, and that's why they say he wore pants, because he had like terrible legs.
Are they gonna put the Wolfpack in?
I mean, the Wolfpack, I think they count as NWO.
Hogan was
it'll be individual. It'll be individual.
That's really grasping for straws, because then you're putting in Conan.
You're saying they had the theme music just needed a little more bass, but it was fine.
You're muted, Banks, while you're
I was
talking.
about to say, I'm no one that smokes, but he's muted.
My apologies.
Both sentences.
Yeah, my apologies. So you have to have a reason to put Lex Luger in besides him just as being a single competitor.
See, the whole thing about like people needing to get in as a singles and a tag team is done. Like, are the Rockers ever going to go in?
Absolutely.
Come on.
Maybe.
I mean, Marty Jannetty might have killed someone.
Is Shawn officially in?
Didn't he get in right after?
I don't remember.
Yeah, he got in like 2010, right?
I don't pay attention to the Hall of Fame at all.
Yeah, and neither do I. Because it's that ridiculous. It's like they took forever to put Stone Cold in. Like, he was done in 03, really. And like, I mean, he stuck around a little bit in 04, but like they put him in at 25, I think, in Texas, because it was Texas.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And that's why the whole thing, like he drove down, like he came out in the suit, then he went back, then he drove in the ATV. It was like
next year is definitely Taker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Texas, everything's expanding again. Like, so then you say Batista.
No, you save Batista for Hollywood.
No, that's what I mean. But then if the idea, well, I was saying if the idea is to put Dwayne in as he wrestles a match. No, but like Batista's really a headliner. Like that one year they had what? Then they have Scott. No, they might have had Scott Hall headline. Either way, like headliners do.
They'll give you 2 main events because ideally,
all right, that's a better case, I'd say. Yeah,
like if you're doing it in Hollywood, Vince is gonna go all out. So he's gonna do everything to make sure Rock gets in, and probably get a match out of Rock. You throw in Batista. If you really trying to have everyone tap in and watch, you throw in Cena.
And that's the thing is like if him going at the Hall of Fame without being retired,
he just got a new HBO Max show.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
No. I mean he got that right when that Comic-Con trailer dropped. They're like,
ain't even out yet, and he got the show.
That was it. Like the trailer dropped when like they're making the show about John Cena. Like he's barely in that first trailer. He's more prominent in this trailer, but it was like that's how you knew. Like again, like James Gunn just clicks with wrestlers. Like Batista's really a star because of him, and then now John Cena. It'll be.
And isn't he doing Fast and Furious?
John Cena, yeah.
So it's a ride.
Coming June 25th, I believe.
This year.
Yeah,
they going to space.
Fucking. I've been saying it. Here we go again. This ain't the Banks versus Davis podcast, but I've been saying it for years, and I said it on the podcast. And then they announced last year they go into space. And
it's only right.
Fast 10. What I keep saying, Davis, time travel.
Yeah.
Hear me now.
So saying they're gonna...
later. How many more movies we got? 2?
It's this one and then the 10th. They say.
Yeah, because they got to bring back. Vin and Rock got to squash their beef so Rock can come back.
That won't happen.
Yeah, it will, because after we've just kind of discussed this before, after Hobbs and Shaw didn't make that much money, The Rock has to go back in with Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
They could still do a Hobbs and Shaw too, but like the Rock has to, I'm sorry, Dwayne Johnson, because that's for, again, 2 different people. Dwayne Johnson has to make peace with Vin Diesel. The Rock is gonna, face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in Los Angeles. Like, yeah,
He's doing big things. He's doing
doing a show apparently that's just full of propaganda, rockaganda, as I called it. Like,
that's what we need at the WrestleMania LA. We need the Fast and the Furious crew versus like Roman Reigns and both Usos.
You're again like when Vin Diesel in person is gonna look like me.
No, he is like your height.
No, but also like physically, like he's gonna look like me because again, like the whole thing about Vin Diesel is like he's one of those guys who's like not really in shape to look in shape.
Camera adds weight. That's all it is.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the Hall of Fame was today, and then Takeover night 1 tomorrow.
Yeah, Doug is on mute. Okay, I'll take it from here. Yeah, so we have 2 nights of NXT Takeover called Stand and Deliver.
So
night. Yeah, I don't understand why they're still going with these 80s like action hero names, but
well, they really haven't. I mean, they've only done it a few times. They did it early on, but then when they just started doing the name of the place, that's when it started to like make more sense again. And then War Games was, again, because that kind of deserves its own name. But yeah, Stand and Deliver, and again, like I don't get the purpose of that with like the pirate symbol.
Tampa, even though they're not in Tampa, they're in Orlando.
Yeah,
I guess Pirates rule Florida. I don't know.
I mean the Buccaneers.
Nah, the pirate is definitely Buccaneer related. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean because again, it's gonna be outrageous, but I mean for the NXT sake of calling, and instead of just doing Takeover Tampa, like again, Stand and Deliver, like okay, like what are you gonna stand for and what are you gonna deliver? Like,
you stand on Raquel Gonzalez's back, and
oh my
god, off of it.
Sheesh. I mean, I think that I was gonna say, like, are they standing up to?
Yeah, what are you standing up to?
Are they standing up to AEW or to?
Well,
and gonna deliver a better product. I mean, because that's what they've been doing, in my opinion. But that's a combo for
what?
NXT over AEW.
Oh, I thought you said the opposite because we don't.
No. I'm saying are they standing up to NXT to AEW and delivering a better product? Like, because that's what y'all have been doing.
I don't know. But we can go through. I just pulled up the NXT card. So tomorrow is night 1. So you got tag title match, triple threat ladder, MSK versus.
It's a ladder match now because it was just a regular triple threat.
Nah, it's a ladder match.
Because the only ladder match I thought was.
Oh wait.
Yeah, the only ladder match is Santos Jordan Devlin.
I don't know why I assumed that was a ladder.
No, because normally it would be a ladder match. That's what's so weird about it.
Oh shit, that's weird. Fuck it. All right.
But the only reason they're doing the ladder match for Devlin Escobar is because who's the real cruiserweight champion? That's why Shawn Michaels came out, did that nod to like yeah. But no, really the MSK, GYV, and Phantasma, Griselda and Phantasma, as Public Enemies would say, that's something that deserves the ladder because they can do spots. All that MSK would go crazy. So would Joaquin and Raul Mendoza. Yeah. But no, I mean, they'll still probably put on a fire match without a ladder, but
yeah. You got to assume this was probably going to be a fatal four way if they didn't get injured. If Danny Burke didn't get injured.
Yeah, I mean, either it should have been what it was that MSK won the Dusty Cup. They should have got their straight up 2 versus 2, but somehow Mendoza and Wild and then GYV would have found themselves in because everyone fights everyone.
That's a fact. So, who you guys got is the question.
Definitely MSK.
Yeah, I'm going with Davis and my guy from Public Enemies podcast to get the titles.
I'm gonna say MSK. I think for the sake of my timeline, and shout outs to Cyrus for tweeting about the grizzled young veterans with the fucking Donald Duck. Spitting out when he talks, as that's how they sound when they say they're old.
Yeah, I know. That's
so it's all I think of now. And yeah. So I kind of need GYV to win, but I think I'm gonna go with MSK.
I mean, I've called them like British Revival because that's what they kind of remind me of with like. But I'd say they're better than the Revival. They do a little bit more energy again, like because they're not the no flips, just fists. Like James Drake does flips and shit, and like those. But again, like the whole look of like being again like young guys and being like into like the old school. Like, all right, we don't care that you wanted to be in another era of wrestling, with just like headlocks and fucking fist drops, but.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
And I think MSK would have won if Birch and Lorcan didn't get injured. So
yeah, regardless, those titles was coming off.
Yeah, they're supposed to carry, and they will carry this tag division for the rest of this year. I'll say.
I'm glad to see that their tag division's back because it was a little stale for a minute. But good to see that they're back. All right, what's next? So we got next is the gauntlet match. So the winner of this takes on Johnny Gargano on night 2 for the NXT North American Championship. So it's Leon Ruff versus Swerve versus Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes versus Dexter Lumis versus LA Knight. Who you got?
I mean, it seems like they're pushing LA Knight. I don't know why. I like when I saw him in TNA, I was just like, okay, like you're doing Austin meets The Rock, but like definitely not 1/10 of either. But I think this is finally Dexter Lumis' chance to. I think he'll beat Gargano the next night.
I agree with you. I've never been a fan of LA Knight. What was his name when he was in NWA?
Eli Drake.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of his. I feel like we've seen this same type of vanilla, no pun intended, white guy that just kind of shouts that's in shape before in wrestling since like 1979. So, it doesn't catch me as something that's, I can see going long term when he goes to the main card, but I think I'm gonna go with him in this case for the 6-man gauntlet elimination match. Even though I want to say Leon Ruff, but I don't see that.
Same, but I mean, him and Gargano already did that program. I don't see them doing it again.
Right.
You know me. I wasn't watching TNA during that time. I got better things to do.
Yeah, neither was I. But I would just see it again. This guy would be like again, his whole thing, like, let me talk to you.
Yeah,
that's just a fact of life. All right, like we get it. You're trying to be Austin, but like with Rock catchphrases, like calm down.
I am just like you in my heart of hearts. This is from my son Leon Ruff, or Swerve, honestly. But I do think it is someone who I think should have won the title a long time ago, but he did get injured. I'm going with my boy Cameron Grimes.
Whoa, your boy?
That's my boy, Cameron.
You're on your own, brother.
Yeah.
We're going. My man, the gimmick is fire. The music is fire.
No. The music, all right. I
kind of get a little
hilarious.
As a man of wealth, David.
Who?
You. I feel like you would connect with what Cameron Grimes is doing. Okay.
No, he's a redneck. Fuck no.
Wow. That's what we're doing.
With money.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if I can end.
Wow. Someone in Minnesota is.
Yeah, I wasn't born here. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, we don't. It's about where you are.
Hey, white folk. He said it. He said it, not me. Not me or Dugg.
Learn how to point, Banks.
Yeah.
I don't know. My camera. I only got one 8 camera.
No, yeah, I mean, like again, I ain't like if you shop at Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, I ain't with that. Like, nah, get your orange vest and your camouflage and get the fuck out of here. And you're no.
Speaking,
But he's only 27. I could have swore that motherfucker was 45. Reggie,
well,
motherfucker, you look 45.
well, speaking of someone who looks 45 and probably shops at Bass Pro Shops, we got Tommaso Ciampa going for you like the segue. You see me hosting now here. You see how I'm conducting this thing.
Well, I mean, he is Blue Lives Matter, so that's kind of a given, yeah.
For some reason, he's decided to go after the NXT United Kingdom Championship, and he's going to take on Walter. I'm gonna be honest. I'm conflicted. I need Walter to send Ciampa to God, right? But think about it. Think about this. If Ciampa wins, that means he got to go to the UK. That means I ain't got to see him on Tuesdays. You see, and like Imperium is basically here on Tuesday. So essentially, we just trading Walter for Ciampa, and I'm cool.
Yeah, because if the whole point, which is what we'll get to, if Finn Balor retains, which I think there's a good possibility he does, with that we get Walter, Finn Balor.
And they do owe us that. They do owe us that.
That's what I mean. And I don't think they want to do champ be champ because look what happened the last time they did champ be champ. Keith Lee just gave up the title like, no, I'm good. And that was like, really? Come on. And look where he's at. Shit. I mean, sad story.
Get well soon, Keith Lee. Get well soon.
But yeah, I mean, and Ciampa going to UK, that's the thing to like, he's done all he can in NXT. What can he do? What else can he do if he refuses to go to the main roster? If him and Gargano are like, we won't go, we'd rather quit, retire, etc. Then yeah, you have to send him over there. And they do tapings as well. Like it's not like they're doing live every single week. It's like they could tape 4 shows in the belt. He can drop it to Dragunov, Tyler Bate, they have a few guys. I don't normally watch NXT, but they have a few guys that I'm interested in.
I check in from time to time. But it's always like easy to catch up. I think I'm gonna watch this Thursday because I know they got something on Thursday.
Yeah, Prelude. Yeah.
But I will tap in. But I do think Walter would win. But I'm just saying if Ciampa wins and we get rid of Ciampa, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. Banks, what do you think?
I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm going with Walter, man. I love that idea, especially how y'all just booked it. I think long-term booking, that's a genius idea. That's something we want. But I feel like it's going to stay on Walter. I mean, he's been champion, 2 years now, Davis?
It will be 2 years, yeah. Or no, it has been, yeah, as of yesterday or today, yeah. Because
I think it's today was the UK title.
He won it at Takeover New York.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's been 2 full years.
Oh yeah, against Pete Dunne.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching that match. That's crazy.
And then the main event of night 1, Io Shirai taking on Raquel Gonzalez. I'm riding with Io. I gotta give respect where respect's due. I think the one thing that I've seen about her and Finn that I like more really than Drew and necessarily Roman is that they're really like not fucking around with like people challenging them. They're gonna go challenge them. So like Io just pushing Dakota to the side, but like fuck out of here. I'm gonna go take on Big Dog. Instead of having to wait for that, I kind of fucks with. They did the press conference today, and I watched like a minute of it, and she said she learned a new word that describes her and called her a meathead, and I thought that was hilarious.
It's the perfect word for her.
Perfect word, you know what I mean? So I'm riding with Io. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's Io Hive over here.
Oh yeah, I mean that Banks knows because I said this on the last episode that we did that I think Io Shirai has been the best wrestler in the world the last year and a half. From the entrance to the matches, again, the title reign, and she's beaten, like you said, Doug. And I've said this for mainly for Finn Balor over greater than Tribal Chief, is that Finn Balor is going up to the challengers and calling them out, and then like running it back. He's like, "No, I can beat you again, Kyle O'Reilly," and doing that shit. Where it's like the Roman Reigns thing is like, "You're not worthy to face me." There's nothing wrong with that either. He's great at that. I'm saying, like, it's like the Brock Lesnar thing. Is what I'm saying. Finn Balor and Io Shirai are doing like the real, like, I'm the shit. Anyone who wants to take a shot at the crown, come and get it. Like, and you best not miss that mentality. So again, I think she will retain. I don't think, as much as they've been building up Raquel Gonzalez, I don't think she'll win. I think maybe this is building up to the point where she goes to the main roster at maybe in a few weeks after Mania. And I think maybe Taya Valkyrie is probably the one who might take it off Io Shirai. They teased her, I think, last week. And she was their big signing. I don't know. And she's got a name. Again, she was a women's champion in TNA a couple of times for a good amount of time. And it would make sense, I think, kind of that they would do what they did with Paige on the main roster. Maybe Taya Valkyrie beats her the minute she shows up. Something like that. But, yeah, so, like, sticking with Io Shirai.
All right. The fan discussion, me and you going back and forth on about him and Tribal Chief. I understand what you mean, but then I have my opinion about it. But, that's neither here nor there. That's a discussion we can have maybe later on this pod or some other platform. With Io, I'm going with her without a doubt.
I don't care if you're the Tribal Chief. I'm Finn Balor, and I'm the fucking champion.
Hey, I know you want to bring your ancestors up by doing that accent, but
what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
He felt his great grandfather's spirit, brother. Let him. It's like how Apollo right now is like doing the Nigerian accent. That's his with the Irish accent.
He's gonna challenge someone to a Belfast brawl. That's what's about to happen.
You could be Conor McGregor right now. y'all the same height. You could challenge him, bro.
You and me and Ireland and a St. Patrick's Day steel cage.
Just had Nikki Cross as your manager. That's it. Oh, she's Scottish.
She's Scottish.
Same.
Yeah, her and your they have a different type of words. Like, you don't know where you are. Like,
Davis, we didn't bring you on to do accents. God damn it.
Well, anyway, what you were saying?
No. Just I won't.
It'll piss off Coach. So honestly, it's fine.
Everything.
Oh yeah,
like Bank said, he wakes up in the morning pissed off. Why? Because he fucking, I don't know. Probably because he's a Rays fan. Who roots for the fucking Tampa Bay Rays?
I got questions too.
God damn.
Is it true? Is his reason for being mad at you? Is it true? Is that accurate?
Oh, for that I didn't say thank you.
Yeah.
He probably. Well, I mean, I'm white, so that's probably the number one reason. But the second, first of all, he didn't say it. I showed the message to Mix. He didn't say it. So why the fuck would I say thank you if you didn't say it?
Wow. That's Coach for you.
And then he does this whole like that's how you.
Wow.
He called him a slur and said a happy birthday to you. Like, bro, I don't think that's not how it works. Like, literally, you just say happy birthday.
Exactly. No, like, shouts to it was Royal's birthday yesterday. He said to him, and then Royal said thank you. He's like, see, that's what's and I'm like, you just said happy birthday to him. Like, I have a whole message of what you said to me. Like, it does not say happy birthday, Davis. So it's like, why the fuck would I say thank you? You will never get your fucking thank you.
You would never get your fucking thank you.
I'll fucking die before I say thank you to you.
Wow. Oh, you
heard Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all right, bro.
See that again? You want to talk about hate again? Like, I'm white. I can hold a grudge. So like.
Well, speaking of holding grudges, we can talk about night 2 of NXT Takeover and talk about Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Did it again. Wow. Segway king.
PWG, ROH, New Japan, and now NXT. They've done it all.
It's a dance. It's like a dance forever. Like we keep doing this dance over and over and over. I feel like that's a movie reference that I can't think of.
Yeah, no, I said it's Joker and Batman. Like I think you and I are destined to do this forever. That's them.
How am I supposed to watch this match without crying?
Well, I mean,
just watch it.
R.I.P. Undisputed Era.
How am I supposed to watch this and not be in pain this whole time?
I mean, it's simple for me
because
I hated
4 years.
I hated Adam Cole before being the elite. Being the elite made me a fan of his because like behind the scenes he seemed like a cool guy. But like PWG ROH Adam Cole, I'm like, this guy's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Fake ass Shawn Michaels. Like
he's better than Shawn Michaels.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah.
Wow. That's rude. I remind you that Shawn Michaels is the only superstar.
So that means Adam Cole's also better than Bret Hart. Makes sense.
Oh, that I fucks
bullshit. Keep going.
But listen,
keep going.
Shawn Michaels is the only one who we know was the best in the world on cocaine and the best in the world when he found Jesus. And I just feel like
that's a work. That's a work, by the way.
Like the dream match of I'm off the bean Shawn Michaels versus I love God Shawn Michaels is a dream match of itself, and that alone puts him on a different level than everyone.
When he lost a smile, his back got broken for reasons I won't say because we were being professional.
Oh, you're being professional.
Wasn't hitting back then.
But yes, he was though.
No, it was not hit. The only match he had that was fire that I like, it's my opinion. All this is my opinion. Is Mankind in Your House? I believe that was 97 or 98.
That's because you're a Mick Foley stan.
You're anti-vax. So
Absolutely,
value your opinion.
I'm not. Please don't do that because I don't need people hitting me in my missions about that. Please don't do that. I am not anti-vax.
And you're a Bulls fan that hates Scottie Pippen. So come on.
Okay, that's a different conversation as well. Fuck Scottie Pippen.
Wow, sometimes. So yeah, I'm not picking a winner because I'm going to be crying the whole time. You guys pick a winner.
I'm second.
Adam Cole.
Oh,
Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm going with Adam Cole. Oh, really? Okay.
I'll make this
friendly bet.
Oh, friendly bet. What do we got?
Whatever you like to drink. Usually Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, they bet on Mountain Dew. I don't think you drink Mountain Dew. You do drink Pepsi. I got you. A case of Pepsi.
You drink Pepsi?
Who?
Crazy.
Who? You or RC Cola?
No,
you.
No.
What beverage do you drink?
Like what soda do I drink?
Jaeger.
Yeah. Fuck it. Hennessy.
I drink Dr. Pepper if I'm drinking soda.
Oh, okay.
Or a cherry Coke every now and then. Sprite, mainly Sprite too. So
that's great.
This man definitely eats like he used to work at a Sonic.
You ever worked fast food, Davis?
Never in my life, and I said I never would. So,
yo, me too.
Lucky.
Nothing.
Okay, I forgot.
Nothing. The closest The closest I ever came to
go ahead
food is I applied for Starbucks and they told me no.
I think I applied for an A and W, I think, or something like that, and they even like I don't even think I got an interview or anything. Like that was when I was in high school, and it's not even there now.
Oh, I didn't start working until I was like 21.
Wow. Yeah. What type of podcast is this? Coach, you might want to come back. They ain't get it out the mud. Fucking rich here.
Who's rich?
Well, yeah, I did it all, sir.
I was just
I worked food.
Life.
I've done construction. I worked in the fucking junkyard. I've gotten it out the mud, metaphorically.
Oh my god!
Did you go to prom?
Yes, I went to prom. Shouts out to
Alright.
Ashley, my Nigerian girl, ex-girlfriend, who I tried. All right, yeah. So I'm going with Adam Cole.
What were you about to say? Hold on. What were you about to say? What were you about to say?
I was almost a teen father. Adam Cole, baby. Yeah, Adam Cole for the win.
They were gonna have a baby. They went boom,
mother.
Wow.
That was me in the back seat. Never mind.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna ask this question just to get out the way. Does anyone think Gargano's losing the title?
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Dexter Lumis wins it.
Okay. Here's my thing about Dexter Lumis.
I'm sorry. If it's LA Knight, I'm going with LA Knight.
Okay. So we all think no matter what, Gargano's losing. I got a question about Lumis. What happens when he eventually has to talk? AKA, if they ever put him on the main roster, someone's going to make him talk. But does he ever get to the main roster?
I don't think he ever would.
But
I think he already is in his late.
Even in NXT without talking. I'm curious to that.
I think he's already in his late 30s. And yeah, they'll do the no talking thing as long as they can because one, it works. Because again, he does the paintings and all, and it's really like, see, that's the thing with wrestling sometimes. As we said, like the LA Knight, you always kind of need an LA Knight type guy, you know, a guy who will talk and then kind of like be chicken shit heel, but he can wrestle when he has to. And you always kind of need guys who like don't talk. You kind of need mysterious. Again, like Goldberg didn't talk, and then when they made him talk, it was like, well, we never should have made him talk. And at least with Dexter Lumis, and this is coming from a Goldberg. I'm not saying like Goldberg was just like horrendous, but just like Goldberg, like we don't. It just like even him, like he could have just said who's next, and Dexter Lumis all he has to say is just something like have a catchphrase at least or something.
Yeah, I get it, but like he feels like, you know how we say there's certain people where like they're better at chasing it than having it. Like
yeah, I don't think he'll. I mean, I think he'll win, but won't have a long reign.
Huh? What do you think, Banks?
So I'll probably have this conversation with you two off air, and it's not a bad thing in particular. I could tell you he's probably going to the main card based on politics. It's what, or let me say it this way. You ever got a job and you didn't qualify? Not saying he doesn't qualify. You ever got a job like me where you didn't qualify, but your man's gave you the recommendation and you like, oh shit, I'm here. That's him going to the main roster. We'll have that conversation off air. I'm not saying it's bad. Let's move on. Yeah. It's not bad. Like, why would you not take a job from your friend? That's all it is.
All right.
But this is also, I mean, I think. Wait, who did Doug? Did you have Gargano retaining?
No, I got Gargano losing it.
See, that's the thing. Like,
I got Grimes winning.
See, yeah, even that's the thing. So we all have the challenger winning, but realistically, I think he would probably retain, and then maybe we get Theory versus Gargano, and like the way breaks up because that was something that seemed bubbling with the Dexter Lumis therapy session thing and all that. The real dumb thing was to take Pete Dunne out of the Gauntlet Eliminator and have him face Kushida when like Gargano Dunne would have been fire, and Dunne needs something to do. He could be champion realistically. I don't know why they did what they did with that. Besides have a dream match with Kushida and Pete Dunne, but yeah.
So
I'm looking at
up.
the website. It's not on the card.
What? Dunne Kushida?
Yeah.
Did they?
Let me check
Wikipedia.
Was it night one, and we skipped it, or?
Yeah, we
No,
skipped
I'm looking at it on CBS and it's not. They don't have it on the card. But let me just check WWE.com.
Yeah, because Wikipedia has it. And I mean,
I felt like something was missing too.
Yeah, it shows night one on the poster.
I think it's the first match as well.
It most likely will be because again, that's the thing. It'll be USA tomorrow and then Peacock on Thursday.
I think it's on the WWE PC as well. The app. I think it's on day one tomorrow as well, right? Or it's just like you just said.
So I'm
I think
looking
no, like I said, I think it's USA tomorrow and then Peacock on Thursday.
Yeah, it's it's tomorrow.
So would I have to have the USA app subscribe to play it through the WWE NBC app? Because when I go to it, it says I can watch night one. I hate that fucking app, by the way.
What, Peacock?
Yeah, the WWE NBC app, or just the NBC app.
I hate the UI on it. Can I also just say, can we stop with the nickname for it? That I'm not saying it, but like we can't do that.
It's the last four letters.
Yeah, like why are we doing this?
Because
this is why I say the NBC app or the WWP. Or the P.
No, you can just say Peacock, but you don't.
No, because this is how insecure he is, Doug.
Why are we doing?
He's a grown man. He's a grown man that can't say Peacock.
I don't know what the fuck. I've never seen a peacock. I ain't seen no big ass bird, little bird, whatever.
Yeah, you sound crazy for not.
It's a colorful rooster. What do you mean?
Yeah, bro, you're making this bigger than it.
I seen the picture. Well, it would be bigger if it was. Well, phrasing, yes, but still, I'm calling it. I choose call it.
I just don't want anyone
or the NBC app.
I don't want anyone calling it.
Suck.
That's a nasty word.
But see, because we're all immature. Because we're wrestling fans, we're all immature.
I hate them. I hate fucking wrestling.
No. Marks are immature. Marks are weird. We're borderline between Mark and Finn.
Mark made comments about Seth Rollins' marriage because Seth Rollins told the truth that fans kind of be ruining shit.
They do. That's first day of the no crowd shows. I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good.
No crowds. If we had crowds in the last year, Bad Bunny doesn't get those promos off.
No one does. No, Asuka doesn't hold the title for as long as she does.
Apollo's gimmick definitely isn't hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Tribal Chief doesn't happen.
Tribal Chief still happens. That's
not to that extent. Just because, again, like I mean, who knows to what extent they like. All right, let's escape now.
Well, I think there's certain people that they're like, we trust them to get through no matter what it is. Roman's one of those dudes. You're not going to change up Roman's storyline because of the crowd. The crowd going to treat Roman.
But also, who's to say that they went in that direction because of no crowds?
It's easier, yeah. It's a lot easier. I'm glad that like it's happening for Mania and it's not a thing going forward. Like after this, they're just
who knows how Vince McMahon thinks. So I mean, in his co-pilot office,
probably. I want to say by SummerSlam, there's fans. SummerSlam will have fans. Because the thing is, they can't go.
By SummerSlam, they going on the road.
Yeah.
I don't think they hit the road till next year.
No, they going, bro. They wanted to go on the road last year when the pandemic was at its prime. Now that states are opened up,
that's because he was being a lunatic. That's because he was out of his mind.
I don't think they hit the road until.
Wait, the Lakers letting fans come in, so definitely. I'm going by just LA because LA has been, or California has been on and off with the lockdown.
Yeah. So in California, starting on the 15th, indoor concerts and indoor sporting events are back. So like Lakers can have fans. So like right now, like in the Bay, the A's have fans. So like outdoor is fine.
Who the fuck wants to go see the A's? Get the fuck out of here.
That's besides the point, but you're right. That's besides the point.
But
no one was coming to see those games when no pandemic was going on. Get the fuck out of here.
People ain't been outside. But starting the 15th, indoor stuff can happen again. But I think they'll do pay-per-views with fans, but I feel like for them to go back to what they're doing, not till next year.
If the FDC or CDC, whatever, if they don't say
CDC.
no, that man is gonna have people there because he wants his money. Even though he's gained the most money he's ever gained in the past year.
I'm about to say, the nigga got enough money to relax, bro.
This Vince McMahon.
Right.
He had money to relax 10 years ago.
Right. But this is he did it. Not the same amount of money. The money he just got in the last 2 years is a different type of money than he had 10 years ago. But also, if that roster ain't fucking with it, he's not going to do it. Remember, Kevin Owens is the reason why they even have a pandemic protocol in the first place. Right? And you can basically say, if there's no Thunderdome, Roman's not pulling up. Right? They got to make sure that these conditions. Right. But at the end of the day, if the roster feels like these conditions for being on the road ain't worth it, he's not going to fuck with it.
A better idea to do is to realistic, and maybe this is something to keep in mind going forward, is to have the shows, Raw, SmackDown, like be Thunderdome, and then have the pay-per-views have crowds, venture out to where you can't, and like save the people having to build up the story with no fans to like interrupt and all that. And then like when it culminates or supposed to continue going forward, that's when you have the fans on to like decide and get their shit off. But again, like you said, like the biggest takeaway is that like fans fucking suck. We all knew this though in a way. Like any of us watching a show could like see assholes in the crowd like two sweeting each other after every fucking 2 count or doing bullshit. It's like, God, these people are so like
9 times out of 10, I much rather go to a pay-per-view than like a Raw or SmackDown.
Oh, I've never been to a Raw SmackDown, and I never will because of that.
I've been to a few only because New York crowds are usually straight. Like we're gonna let you cook. It's only till recently like niggas started doing like the Euro chant and like that kind of got played out. But and then I did a California show. I've done 2 California shows and they've both been straight. Like the crowd didn't try to like hijack or anything.
I can say I haven't been to crowds outside of California, but the ones in LA are very laid back because it's mostly kids and parents.
It's when you go to like the small towns where they're like, oh, we want to hijack, or Chicago's gonna want to chant CM Punk for whatever reason, and Philly's gonna be Philly. But like,
fucking Philly.
I'm not worried about how a fucking town in fucking Nebraska feels. Like I'm not. So fuck them.
Yeah, because it's unfortunate if you live in Nebraska. Just like it's unfortunate if you live in Virginia.
You chose to do that. It's like
and it's like again, like they
did that.
Like if they're going to Nebraska, they like we're going to. It's like Wayne's World. I'm in Delaware. Like I'm in Nebraska. Like that's yeah.
Do you get reception out there
in Nebraska?
Yeah, or Delaware.
Delaware? I mean, the Briscoes aren't they from Delaware? I mean, they look like they don't get reception. Shit.
No, they from Oklahoma, right?
The other Briscoes.
Oh, the toothless ones.
Yeah.
The
Briscoes
meth looking ones, probably so. Yeah.
Not the one that's not the father of the guy who's with Red Velvet. No, not those Briscoes.
Sad things.
All right, back to this card.
So wait, who did we think? Kushida, Pete Dunne? Because we skipped over that from.
Oh yeah, we did skip over that.
Come on, man, Pete Dunne, the best technical wrestler on the planet.
Pete Dunne. Although, I feel like Kushida's kind of been fucked over. I feel like he should have had the title.
He should have been Cruiserweight champion. They fucked that up. He should have been North American champion.
He should have the North American title.
And no, I'm saying like when he first got there, like they had that World Cup. They put Drake Maverick in the fucking finals. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah, feel good story.
hate him for
we all knew that.
outside of
We all knew that was a work. Come on, if you
Oh,
believe
yeah.
that man
That's
got
also-
released,
also that
don't give
part.
me that feel good story bullshit.
No,
he gets
but
paid.
like,
He gets paid like $7,000 a week. No, I mean, not
Right,
even
no.
that. Like,
I'm saying it worked. Like it worked with the crowd or the fans, social media, and it became this feel good story. He's just the one that accepted the deal back.
but who's
I hate
out there?
Drake Maverick outside of wrestling, bro.
Well,
I'm
who
gonna tell y'all
doesn't? Who isn't envious?
You
I don't really care
understand?
for him. I don't care for him. Great, he's married, but like he can't reach the cabinet still. So she settled.
And she chose him.
She settled.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
Michael-
Banks is the king of like, what do I got to offer? Nothing. But still, they come to me. Still,
Michael, I think it was a
Well,
Michael Shea
damn.
stand-up I was watching.
Wait, hold on. Motherfucker, I ain't got personality.
No, definitely not.
it's
Hey,
like Pulp
motherfuckers.
Fiction. It's like Pulp Fiction. Like you are a character. You don't have character. Like
Yeah, you're
Motherfucker. I'm keeping light skin alive besides Steph Curry.
definitely not. Definitely not. No.
Yes. Top 5. I'm holding this down. Go ahead with that hate.
Mm-mm.
oh my god.
Mm-mm.
So Steph Curry, Drake, nope.
No, Drake not
Banks.
up there.
It's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry, Banks, everyone else. Like
No, it's
I'm
like
not-
I don't know if we should do this here. I feel like this is a bit problematic, but fuck it. Because if I said this coach would drop a whole soliloquy about self-hate and he'll become a colorist like he did last week, so we can leave it alone. Yeah, all you light-skinned niggas. Y'all not really here.
again, he's living self-hate every time he roots for fucking Trevor Lawrence. So again, like he's self-hatred.
Well, Trevor Lawrence. Okay, once again, Bray Wyatt, Trevor Lawrence, Undertaker, Big Show. Even
Eva
though
Marie.
he never said Big Show.
His
Eva
whole
Marie,
his
I still
whole
don't
his whole 30 list, like 25 of them white men. Like, interesting. And he could do like, because they didn't, like Vince McMahon racist as shit. Like he wasn't putting belts he was on anyone but white people. Like, okay, yeah, and there's a whole podcast out there that highlights and showcases black wrestlers to cheer for. But you're like, Undertaker, last 10 years, phenomenal. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Kane. He's shedding a tear right now. Kane in the Hall of Fame.
God damn it, that was good. That was good.
Go ahead,
shit.
Jacobs.
All right. Wait, we got to pick a winner.
For
Done
you guys both said done. I say Kushida. Yeah.
Okay. All right, bro. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship.
Ember Moon.
Yeah,
Let's just move on. Write it out.
Shotzi
Ember
Blackheart.
Moon.
I'm gonna go with Candice and
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah, I'll say Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon.
That's disgusting.
Please say why.
Why? What?
He said Candice LeRae, Andy Hartwell. Please say why.
Realistically, really, I think that again, if Gargano's going to retain, I think they can win. I think they do the thing where like the Way has some titles and Austin Theory's the odd man out.
Bro,
Yeah.
so if that happens, they really don't. And it's even though it's just going against my pick, they really don't care about the women's tag titles or the tag titles in general. Because you just
Does the main roster care about them?
No, that's what I'm saying. But we know Vince hates tag
So
team
why
wrestling.
would
So it's like,
why would they?
Nah, he
but
cares.
it's like,
about,
damn,
he cares about the tag. They got a WrestleMania match. They got 2 WrestleMania
bro,
matches.
I don't know who the SmackDown women's. I don't
No,
know who
the-
the SmackDown's men's
Vince
champions
cared
are. Tag
If
champions
We
If
will
Vince cared
get to
about the tag titles, they wouldn't have had the SmackDown tag titles on SmackDown. Like they'd have that on Mania. So that's
there's a reason for that. We're going to talk about it when we get there. There's a reason for it.
I think that is a smart idea though. What they're doing to boost the Raw before Mania, because I mean the SmackDown before Mania, because like nothing would happen. You think just like again a basic go home show, but I think that's a smart thing to do is have Mania card matches on the show. But
we don't care about Ember Moon enough that we went to started talking about SmackDown. That says a lot about what's happening right now.
No, I mean, look at these tag titles are brand new. They basically handed them over to Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, and they lost them that night.
I was upset. I don't know why I'm singing it. But I was upset.
Last but not, oh no, we got two more. Ladder match: Santos versus Jordan Devlin. Although Jordan Devlin's not in jail, but we can't do anything about that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like Jordan Devlin, still not sure how to like feel in terms of like how they brought him back with like. I was a fan of his before everything like went wrong. Like I mean, again, he's great value Finn Balor, but I think he's a good wrestler. But yeah, his allegations are like disturbing as fuck.
I am
motherfucker did it.
Oh yeah, he did that shit. Yeah, he did that shit. I'm kind of in the sense of like, if Jordan wins, I can go back to not caring about the cruiserweight title, and Santos can go do more. Because I feel like Santos is someone that can go get like the North American title and maybe the world title at some point. But like, he's done his job in the cruiserweight division.
Bros, y'all know I'm insane. I am the only person that still watches 205 live, and I had to remind myself that it's on.
Shout outs to my son for being 45-0 though.
Mansoor.
I don't know why he's not on WrestleMania. That's a shame.
He should be the cruiserweight champion.
That's the real streak right there. They're probably building him up, but that's the real.
They've been building him up for like 3 years.
Hey. It's about the time. Okay.
He's gonna have the legitimate Goldberg streak.
Let's get it.
Again, much as I love Goldberg, and like Mansoor's actually gonna have the one. Like he actually won like 45 matches. Like they're all on 205 Live, and in the Saudi shows. Like there's the tape.
Mm-hmm. Goldberg was out here. He showed up next week. I'm 125, bro. You can't beat Glacier every week.
Fire. Hey, you gotta beat who's in front of you,
bro. Glacier and La Parka every single week. I ain't forget that was you.
Don't matter.
Lastly, our main event.
Oh yeah, I'm picking Santos just because I can't pick Jordan Devlin with like
Okay. Yeah. Karrion Kross with his Yakubian lady Scarlett. And Banks, I know how you feel. Refrain yourself.
I think we're all fans of Scarlett up here. So yeah,
especially Dugg.
Yeah,
they try to do this every week to me. That ain't Charlie Caruso. Sir.
I remember that one. I remember one time Dugg showed something. I was like, okay, all right.
I've changed a lot.
Now it changed. Yeah. Okay, sure.
A new man. I am delivered. I'm in the shackles.
That man's from Queens, New York, bro.
Okay. You see these shoulders?
Ain't that far from Manhattan.
I'm free.
That means he about to have some snow. Come cool it down.
Listen, when's the last time you even heard me be Kayla hype? I'm not even Kayla hype anymore.
I mean, that's for reasons. Though.
I am. I'm back on the dope. No, I'm back on the dope. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back on it.
But I will say, I want to take this time out. Candace Patton, I hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless. Amen. Now, we can move on to the Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays. We got just a lot of shit.
Hang on. Wait. Who's winning? You can't just see. Goddamn, Dugg. Shit. Stop smoking for fucking 5 minutes. Damn.
You're rude.
You were like, all right, now let's move on. It's like so you were just saying shit to like not even answer.
Bro, he's in the bed. He's smoking that loud, bro.
Sorry. You got me distracted. Anyway, all right. Taking on the champ Finn Balor. I'm rolling with Finn. That's just my dog.
Does the Demon Finn show up? Yes or no?
Demon thing is done for.
Just had to say like again like.
He's got nothing to
off
do with.
chance.
Yeah, nah.
It's
Yeah,
not
I think
necessary for him to be the demon Finn Balor anymore.
I mean, I always liked it. Again, I don't want it for this match. I think again, the Prince Finn Balor is the one who's been on the tear. And yeah, so I'm picking Finn Balor as well.
If Karrion Kross loses, would you just call him up?
Yeah, I was shocked he came back after his injury.
And what do you do with him on the main roster?
They're gonna put the title on him.
Yeah,
he's a Vince McMahon guy. I could tell.
Definitely is Vince McMahon. And I mean, look at he's got Scarlett right next to him.
I feel like he'd be like a
look at him.
Demon.
Go ahead, do it, Davis.
Corbin.
Look at him.
Yeah, like Vince McMahon when he sees Scarlett, he's like, look at her. Oh my god.
The breathing.
WWE.
What are you barking for, bro?
That's what Vince McMahon does when he sees women. But no, obviously, yeah, Vince McMahon. I think Karrion Kross, you put him on the main roster, you don't end the Lashley thing, right? You do like, because again, he won't be Roman Reigns, but who knows?
What show do you put him on?
You put him on Raw.
Raw, yeah.
Because I'm a big believer that certain people are better on certain shows.
Yeah, no, he's certainly a Raw guy.
Shay, put him on SmackDown, please.
Definitely. I mean, I'm saying like Andrade needed to go back to SmackDown.
Wow, my son Andrade. Now he out here selling T-shirts.
Man has a fucking top 5 wrestling match.
In come to MLW. Andrade, come to MLW.
Now he's writing on blank paper.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm very confused about what's happening there, but that's I guess that's what you do when I don't know. I hope the brother's not starving. I think I'll just keep it at that.
You said he was getting $3 million, right?
Yeah.
Or was that a work?
I think he said
he's talking about Charlotte Flair money. He talking about her.
That is true.
I don't know where the notion came from that like they're broke.
Who?
WWE superstars.
No, I mean Voltaire and Corbin and Mandy Rose. They're always flexing like they got Ferraris and fucking.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I bet the Florida dealership's like throwing a discount or something. But
absolutely,
I don't. What's the notion that they're broke, that they don't make money?
Because it's sports entertainment, so it's the whole analogy that it's not actually a sport. So you think they're not getting that type of travel, too, right?
Yeah, people spend like they pay. They may not have health insurance. I don't know. But
that too, yeah.
No.
But well, and again, like you think of like the people that they release, those like again like Gallows, Anderson, they signed like huge deals, and like Jinder Mahal, they gave him a huge contract. So like they pay people that probably don't pay them what they're worth or what the company makes off to pay them what they're worth.
But let me tell y'all something real quick.
What?
While we on air, Coach's son Leo Rush is making a lot more money now than he was in WWE. He stays in LA. He stays in LA now, so that lets you know something. I don't give a fuck if you can afford a nice apartment in LA. You got some money.
I mean, he's probably worth more now because of his WWE stuff.
It's him working all these different promotions. It's him selling his own merch. He's selling SoundCloud songs that I don't even want for free. So, the young fella doing well for himself.
Yeah, no, I think that I remember one time Meltzer said about Daniel Bryan when he was released after the Justin Roberts incident. He was like, we're going to release you. He's like, all right, that's fine. And they're like, you're not upset about that? And Bryan's like, why? I was just on your TV the last 3 months. I'm going to be worth way more anywhere else I'll go. Like, thanks. And they were pissed about that. That's why they brought him back.
Yeah, that's why they go mercenary style. It's like whatever promotion is going to pay me whatever, I'll go do it because they'll pay them like probably $45K depending on your name, just to do like a one-off every now and then, like reoccurring. You get like 35 to 45 somewhere around there, maybe 25 at the least.
It's beautiful music. That's beautiful music. Now, moving on. I've got myself here the WrestleMania card, but before that, we've got Friday Night SmackDown at WrestleMania, which I'm guessing seems like the WrestleMania pre-show.
Yeah.
We got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Big things happening there. And then we've got a ladder. Is it a ladder match? Or is it just a fatal four-way?
I think it's just a fatal four-way.
Okay, so we got a fatal four-way tag team title match with Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode versus Dominic and Rey Mysterio versus Otis and Gable. If I could be honest, I'm a little upset this is not on Mania card. I 1000% blame the tag team champions. If you're asking me to watch WrestleMania without Dolph Ziggler, I'm probably going to opt in. I'm going to opt in on not seeing Bobby Roode. I'm sorry. That time came and went, but he's no more value. Glorious doesn't hit the same. And that's foul because I would like to see, I feel like they could have did Profits as champs versus Mysterios.
Yep.
You got the storyline there because at first I kind of thought they were going towards Dom versus Ray at Mania. I kind of thought they were doing that. But that could have been fire, and you could have threw that on. But they didn't. You gotta do something for Friday, I guess. So
he's not ready yet. He's good. He's not ready. Coach, stop saying this kid is trash when he's only 24 years old. Thank you.
I think he needs to go to NXT. That's right.
That's the thing.
He got to go to NXT and he got to lift weights.
I mean,
bruh, the last part.
He got it.
Hey,
man.
so let's.
All right, look, no bullshit. You gotta do it. It's the only way.
No, he needed NXT right away. And that was the thing. I remember that SummerSlam weekend. I thought he would have had the better match out of him and Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee ended up outperforming him, which I was shocked by, and I can admit, but like, and that's one thing I'm curious to see how good Bad Bunny is. Like, if Bad Bunny is good, then Dominic Mysterio, like, the Dominic Mysterio really needs to head at NXT.
Well, you got to remember, Pat McAfee is a fucking athlete.
Okay, all right, let's again relax on that. I'm not saying he isn't, but again, he was the punter. He wasn't the tight end.
He's still
you
an athlete.
You realize that most people who are punters were.
No, I'm just saying again. I'm just saying like, relax on the whole like again because that's the heel thing. He said like, I am an athlete. Like,
right.
I am a legitimate athlete. You're like, you have the job. Like, you hand me the, you shoot the ball out to me.
I'm here to tell you, 9 times out of 10, the punter that becomes a punter was also playing something else. Punter.
I mean, Shane Leckler was quarterback at his like high school in Texas, whatever. But then he became a punter in the NFL for the Texans and the Raiders and all that.
Right. So he's an athlete. Dominic is not, especially not a professional one that doesn't work out and train like Pat McAfee does. So I'm not surprised, to be honest. Dominic looks like a dude that's like, what is he, 6'2", 6'3"?
That's the thing. Like, how is he Rey Mysterio's son if he's so fucking tall? Like,
oh no, we don't got
because it's Eddie's kid. We going back to that.
It's not like Eddie was. It's not like Eddie was that tall either. But
Dom, he looks like a kid that doesn't know how to use his own body.
Yeah.
Well, he's 24. He had his first match last year against one of the greatest of all time, being Seth Rollins, and it's too premature. That's all it really is.
Then he started having matches every single week, pretty much, for a good stretch.
It's still not enough.
He's listed at 6'1", 200 pounds.
Goddamn 200 pounds.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
He 200 pounds. I'm 220. Ain't no goddamn way, boy.
He's tall.
He high school 200. He high school 200 pound, boy.
He's
Two
he's
push-ups.
tall. He's tall.
Two push-ups and you eating sloppy joes. That's 200 pounds.
He's 200. I have a photo of me at like 200 pounds, and I look that fucking skinny. So I get it. It makes sense.
Well, it's not he's skinny fat like the man in 3H said about CM Punk.
Wow. Okay. All right. So who you got winning this match?
I got Mysterio and Dominic.
I want to say Mysterio and Dominic, but I also want to say Gable and Otis because those are my guys.
I feel like if it was on Mania, it would be the Mysterios.
Yeah.
But I think the Profits get the tag titles back.
All right. But if that happens, you think Vince gonna let Bianca win? Stay tuned. We're gonna talk about it.
Wow, look at you. That was cute. Somebody gonna win the Andre China.
Yeah, I was just about to say like
Nakamura or Uso.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'll say yeah, Jey Uso. Yeah, fuck it.
Shots.
How many super kicks? Take a shot every time he does a super kick.
He's gonna super kick everyone out the fucking ring to win. Just like.
Listen, the Usos are better than the Bucks of Youth, but goddamn, that's what they match stipulation should be. Super kicks every 5 seconds.
All right, big time.
Well, no, this is my cue to head out because on another show I'll be doing WrestleMania predictions.
You got to do this, Davis.
No.
I want to thank you.
No. Thank you guys again. Like, not every week I get asked to come on Coach's Pod because there wasn't Coach's Pod for about 7 months. So I mean, hey, even though it's not Coach's Pod, as Doug has said, it's his. It's his show. He owns the rights apparently.
Then we got a lawyer.
I know we're in the Discord. We got at least 2 or 3 lawyers there. So
this is gonna be great. I'm excited for him to hear this. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, no, I'm jumping in the Discord tomorrow. I'll be in the Discord definitely.
Oh yeah, I'll check it.
Please tag me.
Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what's going on, and tell them why I also need to send Mav $10. I believe.
yeah, well, you can follow me on Twitter at Davis aka Drip, Instagram at Davis DC, and Banks. Again, the drip tattoo you said you had issues with. It's not because I have drip. It's really to symbolize me being on BRP Black Wrestling, which every Friday pretty much drops. Follow the YouTube so when we go live and all that. And yeah, if you send Math at Math Damon on Instagram, on Twitter, Instagram has a different name, but you can enter the raffle to win some exclusive one night only merch. And you've seen it. It's fire.
Yeah. I told Math, I don't want no raffle ticket, as he say. I pay the full price.
You gotta buy the ticket.
No, I pay for the t-shirt straight up.
This is not a negotiation.
Just pay the man, Banks.
But yeah, Black Wrestling, and most importantly, Banks versus Davis with Banks No Rest 2 over here. Mr.
Hi,
I do a pod every day.
I got like 5 podcasts, Mom, and I'm still broke. The fucking American dream.
Yeah,
That's your fault for being broke.
I haven't seen you even try to negotiate a raise. Listen, I'm telling you, if we get people listening to this by summer, pay me.
We've been doing a pod for like fucking almost 6 months. We haven't gotten paid, not even a dime. Never drew a dime.
Fuck that.
We'll work on that.
But thank you, Brother Davis. And if you have any last words for Coach, the floor is yours.
Oh shit! What else? I mean, I think I pretty much said what there is. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, he was again. How am I on your mind? Fucking, he mentioned me like 5 different times. I was like, again, like this man's like, I'm so busy. Then you like, but I'm always on your mind. can't stop. Make him dance to this. I'm gonna make you want to dance to this. Ha 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 ha. Oh. Again, he said Drake wasn't gonna come and save me because Drake don't hate white people. Look at Drake's son. Come on.
Okay, bye, Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, that started getting kind of dark towards the end when he said that about Drake's son. He definitely won't be divided to OVO Fest. You can't say that about the kid. That's why he was hiding this kid from the world.
It makes sense. All right. We had an hour and 20, and it's 8:40. It means it's 11:40. I gotta go make dinner soon. Think I'm gonna have some orange chicken and some sweet potato noodles. Might be fire. Might throw a little kale in there because somebody on this podcast don't fuck with kale, but we don't. He ain't here, so we good.
This dude is unhealthy.
Told you, no cardio. You Bray Wyatt, no cardio.
Motherfucker just titties and stomach, bro. Look like somebody baby moms.
It's nasty what he's doing out there. All right, let's talk about night one of Mania. Here's the actual question. What do you think? It looks like Drew's main eventing. They made sure to call that the main event when I was watching Raw. I always thought it would be the main event, but at the same time, I thought it's your first show with a crowd. You kind of want that first person to be out there to be important. And I feel like more than anything, Drew should be the first guy that people see. So I'm torn. I think it's the main event, but I'm like, if they threw that out first, I'm not mad at it. What do you think?
So if they make this the main event, which seems to be the case because they duck in history, not having two queens spent. I like the idea because he's going to get the shit booed out of him, being Drew McIntyre. I don't think it's going to resuscitate as much as they think it is, or it has the probability to do it. Now, the only thing that might work in their favor is because they in Tampa, Florida. So, Bobby Lashley, black man, even though he's kind of a proud boy, might work. He might not get booed. But I think more so this is an experiment to see, all right, what happens if he gets the pop being Drew McIntyre, then we put the strap back on him long term. I don't think it happens as far as him getting a pop because we've seen it for a year now, and then seeing it with a crowd is kind of like, all right, bro, we've been seeing it for the past year. So far as the match overall, everybody knows I'm the Impact / TNA guy. They had a better match in Impact, or at that point it was called Global Force Wrestling.
TNA Impact ruined Bobby Lashley because they somehow made it okay for him to wear a headband. And because of that, I will always hate them.
He was sweating too much, bro. He a big ass dude, man. You got them uncles that be just swole as shit or fat. They sweat a lot. So you see DeMarcus, he need a sweatband.
He needs a. I'm moving on. Okay, I'm moving on. I think Drew wins. Honestly, I think they want Drew to get that moment and that win in front of a crowd. So I think he gets it. I don't think the title reign will be short. I mean, to be long. Because to be honest, I don't know who challenges Drew after this. I guess Sheamus gets the title shot, but I think Drew gets the belt back for sure.
I hate his name. I hate hearing about him. I really don't like Sheamus, bro. It's like the 50 Cent when he's talking about Ja Rule. Really don't like that guy.
Well, if that's the case, that's how you feel. Well, lucky for you, we don't have to talk about Sheamus until night 2. But we'll get back to that. Moving on. So do you think he should go first or should you think he should go last?
The title match, WWE title match. Because usually they kind of put it in the middle. Just depends. Yeah. They put the world title, well, they've been doing it the past couple of years, in the middle. Man, honestly, all right, so it's all opinion based. We're going to keep saying, me and you as African men, what we want as the main event. Right. Me personally, not only as an African man, but me being, of course, I'm not Vince McMahon market level smart, but I still got common sense. You put that Bianca Sasha match, I don't give a fuck how good or how bad the match has potential to be, because it's a little 50-50 with me how it could work out. You put it because that's going to bring in publicity, that's going to bring in money long term. So me, if I'm looking at it from a business standpoint, we know Vince is about his bag. You put that last, and you put that match that we've seen countless times over the past 10 years in the middle, being the WWE title match.
Nah, if it wouldn't main event, I would just put it as the first match. I wouldn't put it in the middle. I would start, if I'm not main eventing Bobby and Drew, I'm gonna just start it off with Bobby and Drew. That'd be me.
Well, all right, so I'm looking at it now. Let's just play this. If we were booking it, I would have the New Day start out first, then somewhere you had that first. Then if you want to go, well, you already know Shane always go towards the end of the main event. But looking at this card, because it is kind of stacked down.
WrestleMania is a stacked card. Don't get it twisted. The only match I actually have a problem with is Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon.
When we get to night 2, I'll tell you which match I got a problem with. Well, 2 of them. But the first, I actually want to see that because it's Shane McMahon, one of the greatest of all time. But him against Braun, I don't like Braun, never did. But still, it's Shane McMahon, so I'll definitely watch. But the Bobby Lashley and the Drew match, you can put in the middle. Because, all right, let's play the scenario game. What if, fantasy booking, this is how you bring Keith Lee in or somebody to get into the Hurt Business? Because I don't see it being a clean finish. I see something happen in between this match, and I don't know what. So, in that regards, I would definitely I would put it somewhere in the middle. So, if it's me that's booking it, I would start out, because the tag team tournament was probably on the pre-show more than likely. But let's say it's not on the pre-show. If it's not on the pre-show, I would start out with the New Day versus AJ Styles and Amos. After that, you would probably have to go Cesaro and Seth Rollins. Give them about 21 minutes or so, 25 minutes, which is a lot, but you give them that. That works in between. And then I don't know if you go back to, they probably wouldn't go to another tag match. You probably could work Bobby Lashley and Drew after this is up. Nah. All right. I would go actually the Braun versus Shane McMahon match for the third match on the card in night 1. Then after that, you can go with the tag team tournament match if it's not on the pre-show. Then you can go Bad Bunny, or not. You would have to go Bobby Lashley versus Drew if you want to have one of the women's or the WWE championship matches. If you want to have that go, depending on what is going to be the main event, I would have, so if it's me, I would have Bobby Lashley versus Drew. Then I would have Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. Why is it? I thought it was Bad Bunny just versus The Miz. I'm looking at Wikipedia. Sorry,
they changed it. So the rumor was before that this was always the plan, but Morrison and Priest had injuries, so they didn't know if they were going to be good for Mania. So while they were getting healthier, they just put it as Miz versus Bunny. So I guess they're good because neither have wrestled in weeks. So they both had like some injuries, so they didn't know if they were going to make it for Mania, but it looks like they're good to go.
Okay, so in that case, you got to have that second before last match being the Bad Bunny and Priest versus John Morrison and Miz match, just because it's Bad Bunny. I don't see, me personally, I wouldn't put that in the middle. You got to have that before the main event, just to get the crowd ready for the main event. And then, you know, besides that, just if I'm putting the card together, then I would have Sasha Banks versus Bianca. But you know, we going inside the mind of the guy that created this empire and created this pay-per-view, and where would he put all these matches at? Hell, we saw 2 years ago, even though it was 2 minutes, we saw the Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar match go first. So it just depends. I mean, honestly, it's up to you. If you, Doug, were making this card, where would you place it personally?
I close that out with it. I would think that I would want Drew, because I like what Drew's done for the last year, and I feel like he's really, especially on Raw, he's kind of carried that show. I think him not getting the moment with Brock, not even having like the Thunderdome, it was just like the announcers. So he literally had no one. I think he deserves that first vision of WrestleMania, especially like they're starting it at night. So it's at 8 p.m. So like it's going to be dark. Your set's going to be set up. That should be the first music that people hear, and he should get that. So if it's me, I'm starting Mania with those two. Then after that, you can go different. You probably go Seth and Cesaro. You don't want to go title after title. Right. I think after that, you can go maybe tag titles, but then give Braun and Shane that kind of like filler match, because you know that's going to take time. And then that leaves you with Cesaro versus Seth. You get one of your main attractions of Bad Bunny and Miz and Morrison. And then you close out with Sasha and Bianca. Simple as that.
Yeah, that sounds the same thing I said. I think we both agree you got to have that Bad Bunny just match before the main event, whatever the main event will be, because it's Bad Bunny. I mean, y'all NCLs can play around. I'm looking dead at camera A. Well, that's the only camera. You could play around and say, I never heard no song, but the motherfucking stats is right there. All right. So you want to have him before the main event. Hell, I would have it as the main event if Sasha and Bianca wasn't in the WrestleMania.
That promo he cut on Monday was better than most of the roster I've seen in quite some time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Shouts out to my brother, even though he's a milkman, Mr. Bitches, aka Josh, at 786, the official, or the official 786. Listen, he said that promo was better than anything Kenny Omega has done, and all the incels jumped into his mentions. He's not fucking lying. Kenny Omega's trash. He only had one good year, and that was a decent year, and it was because Okada was better. He can't cut a fucking promo. He's a fucking dweeb. He plays on the fucking joystick all day, and I play video games too, but he really buys the whole goddamn arcade cabinet to play Street Fighter. You a dweeb. Use the fucking controller. Use the D-pad. Put them combinations in with Akuma, bro.
Wow. All right, moving on. Okay, great.
You want to make predictions real quick?
Yeah, let's just do that. Since we've talked about the card, essentially, we can kind of just roll through who wins and who loses. All right, Bad Bunny and Priest versus Miz and Morrison. Oh, I'm assuming my son Bad Bunny about to hit a shooting star press off the rip. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was gonna say a 450 splash, but a shooting star press is better.
He about to get crazy. But you got Bad Bunny and Priest winning.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, Damian Priest about to have a fire entrance for WrestleMania. Because his entrance is already fire. So that bigger the stage. Ooh, that's gonna be fire.
Oh, he's gonna be U.S. champion in a matter of months.
Oh yeah, it's only time. Cesaro versus Seth. I think it's clear Cesaro's gonna get the win.
Mm-hmm.
But this is about to be a fire match. But yeah, Cesaro gets that win. That's one of those like WrestleMania moments Seth puts on for the people. You know what I mean?
It'll have a timestamp of 21 minutes and 40 seconds, and I'm going with Cesaro.
How many swings you got?
2.
25.
All
25 swings. Raw Tag Team Championships. New Day versus AJ Styles and Almost.
AJ Styles and Almost. The only thing left for AJ Styles to do is get a tag title, and I think he has like a year left on his WWE contract before he retires, or like 2 more years.
I think it's 2 more years because he re-signed a deal and he said it's his last deal. I think he's got 2 more years.
Yeah, that's all that's left to do. This is how you get Almost over. I know he's been working with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash too, so
I'm ready for this. I'm ready to see how Big Man works. I completely forgot that AJ was Intercontinental Champ last year because when everyone's like, "Oh, he's Grand Slam champion," I'm like, when the hell did he get the Intercontinental title? Then I realized, oh shit, he had it for basically most of last year
with that classic match with Daniel Bryan,
big time. And Braun versus Shane McMahon.
The God, one of the greatest of all time, Shane McMahon. Even if I would pick Braun just because I think that's the way they're gonna go. Fuck all that. I don't like Braun. Shane McMahon, the God.
I mean when I say this. This is the stupidest thing I've seen in quite some time.
Compared to him against Undertaker?
This don't make no sense. This is a feud. First of all, Shane McMahon does not deserve to be treated like this. There's no reason for him to be having to settle for having to do work for Braun Strowman. That's the first. Secondly, I don't know what happened on Monday where he's talking about, oh, I was bullied and all that shit. This feud is off the strength that Braun don't got reading comprehension skills.
Well, he's from Wisconsin, right?
I don't know where he's from, but the water ain't right over there, clearly. Because the last I checked, the Elimination Chamber was former WWE champions. I don't know what WrestleMania Braun Strowman thought he was a part of last year, but he won the Universal Championship. That ain't what he was talking about. And yet, somehow, he's looking at it like, I can't read, so this sign doesn't bother me. Like, what are you doing here?
Well, he's like the original cave dweller. When they thought of the original cave dweller, when they made white people, that is him.
He had like a 2-year run of being on fire, and like they didn't give him the belt. And then, honestly, we found out Brock didn't fuck with him. So after that, it was kind of quiet. And now look at him. He's basically a taller Ryback.
Well, before I go to that, so if a man punch you in the head, you ain't fucking with him either.
Hey, I ain't mad at Brock. I respect Brock.
Yeah, like he told him, slow the fuck down, bro. You doing too much. You got too much dip on your chip. But besides that, you said 2 years of being hot because he had a ambulance match with Roman Reigns.
Hey, Roman made him hot.
That's true. Okay, if you put it in that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, we still remember you had the sheet mask on when you had your titties poking out.
It was all good until he started talking too much. Then once the whole get these hands was the thing, it was like, it's quiet.
Yeah, stealing shit from us. Get these hands. My uncle was saying, get these hands in 95, bro.
How you getting slime dumped on you? Anyway, Shane McMahon winning because I just can't root for Braun. But that shit, oof.
I want Shane is our guy. I'm going with Shane, but we know it's gonna be Braun because Vince McMahon really hates his son. I don't know what happened, but he hates him.
All right. So we got night 2. We already know what the main event is, so there's no need to discuss that. We'll take
But
it.
wait, hold on. Hold
What?
on, my good brother.
What's
We still got like Bobby Lashley versus Drew and Sasha Banks versus Bianca to predict.
No, we don't. We already did that.
Did we? I swear we just talked about
We picked
how they
Drew
placed the
and
main
Bobby.
event.
We didn't pick Sasha and Bianca. You got that right. But we picked Drew and Bobby. So I'm sorry again.
Yeah, I'm like, I know you ready to go. Trust me, I am too. Shit.
No, my bad.
Go
I
ahead.
thought we did. We talked about it, but we didn't pick it. So Sasha and Bianca, who you got? I have an interesting take on that too. So who you got?
What Vince Staples said. I don't remember that video meme, but I know we all win.
We do all.
Listen, this the greatest match in WrestleMania history. You know, ring wise and outer ring wise for me. I'm trying to be right because I like Montez. I don't give a fuck about Sasha's husband, so I'll just say that. So I'm gonna be respectful and just say we all win. That's the cop out because either way, we really all win, brother. With this match, Lord Jesus, this is why we got eyes, Lord. You gave us eyes for this. Look at these black women about to be on a WWE ring. Well, SM Magazine, y'all better do y'all job if y'all still around. WWE Magazine. Call AJ and Free. Put them back on 106 in Park. Put them in the new season of Girlfriends. Shit, the Park, because I don't care. We need this match every month. Go ahead, Doug. I got my LeVar Ball face going on.
I'm gonna say you picked Bianca to win. Right. Yeah. Oh. Huh? Hot.
I don't know, bro. I don't think they're gonna do it yet. I don't think it's gonna happen yet. It's gonna happen, but not yet. I want to say Bianca. Lord knows I want to say Bianca, but
say it, bro. Pick one. You gotta pick. You gotta pick.
God damn, this is one of the hardest choices that I make. Fucking, I'm going with Sasha, bro. And I want to go Bianca, but I'm going with Sasha. I really want to go with Bianca, bro. Lord knows. Lord, bless that woman. Bless her parents. Lord Jesus. But I gotta go with Sasha. And it's unfortunate.
Did you see her Broken Skull sessions with Austin?
No, I haven't seen hers or Bailey. What happened?
Okay, so they talked about her time off, right? And she mentioned like going through depression and things like that of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
But they talked about the tag titles and how she felt. She was basically shitted on it and said it was the wrong thing to do. And she was like, the way she talked about how she felt like that was how wrong that was. They never even got the win back. Didn't make sense. And how she was just like, oh, I always lead my matches. Trying to say this the right way, but
yeah, without sound like Coach, because I know where you're going and I know where I want to go.
Sasha ever left the WWE, the way I feel like she would talk about her exit, it would be like a CM Punk type of thing. She sounds a little now CM Punk has like that little bit of entitlement that he feels like he is owed. Like this, I'm owed this. She kind of has it. So like, I'm wondering if she's even trying to do the job, or is it like a nah? I gotta get my way. I think Bianca. I don't see how Bianca doesn't win. If she doesn't win, I got questions. But I'm rolling with Bianca. But I'm just saying something about her just seems like, yo, if she wasn't trying to do business, I wouldn't be shocked. That's all I'm saying. I love that queen though.
No. Let's go. We here. I got time for this shit. Today I got time. You absolutely right. I've said this. Me and Amp talked about this before about this whole entitlement thing. I'm gonna try to be careful with what I say because I kind of want to coach out, but not necessarily the insane route. If he was here right now, he'd go full shooting. It's like, bro, you got to relax because people do listen. I don't think people listen to shit I do, but they do. And it's not just about me, it's about all of us. And you're a teacher. So she has a sense of entitlement. It comes from more so she talks about who she's related to a lot, but you don't talk about the other ones that you're related to. But yet y'all come from the same bloodline, y'all the same cousins, and they are talented as well. Follow me. You're talking about the biggest star. You and your mindset think you are the biggest star. Nobody will pass you up. If I want to be serious for a moment, shouts out to one of my favorite workers of all time, Lance Storm. Last year in that 2020, I've said on numerous occasions, Sasha Banks, Bailey, fuck it, I'll say Bianca, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, even though I'm not a fan, Charlotte, Asuka. They've held down pro wrestling when shit was bad. Only form of entertainment was out was wrestling. If I want to be honest, out of all those people I named, Sasha was probably 3 compared to a Charlotte, to a Asuka and a Bailey. With Sasha, yeah, she said she was going through depression. That happened. She was going nonstop. She was going up. But then it's like when you don't get your way, it seems to be, because this is the longest in the past year she's held the title without losing it within 2 weeks. It seems to be now, is it more so politics? And then I hate these tweets. Of thank you, Mr. McMahon. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be a work, but you know, sometimes art imitates reality. You keep thinking your boss, man, which is a white man, and I understand he is everybody's boss in that company, but still, you think him a little too uneasy. Her being in Star Wars, which biggest franchises, if not the biggest franchise in entertainment history. And then now it's like, okay, you're going against somebody that looks just like you in the way of, you know, ethnicity. And like you said, do you do the job? Do you do the favor for somebody that's upcoming? Yeah, she's a little bit older than you, but she's upcoming. She's more talented than you. If we're going to keep it a buck, Sasha's a hell of a worker, but she can't talk. You know, I'm not trying to say I hate trying to say that a black person can't talk, but she can't fucking talk. She's not a good talker at all. And I said weeks ago, Bianca is trying her damn best to put this angle over, and it ain't working with Sasha. She said the same shit over. So in that regards, I agree with Coach. Now you got somebody who is better than you, who's upcoming, and like you said, will she do the favor for her because that is the fact? Or does her ego, because she does have a huge ego, tell her that, you know, I should be put over because I might be better when you're not better. So in this regard, like I said, and then we'll move on tonight. Me and you, probably countless others are saying Bianca just because Bianca is the future. Bianca is beyond just wrestling. When people get a heed of Bianca Belair, it's going to go beyond just wrestling. But if I'm looking at it from a perspective of what you said, and then politics backstage, I'm going with Sasha Banks, which is unfortunate, even though I want to go with Bianca Belair.
Yeah, it's Bianca. Yeah. You got to think about it. It's not even a Royal Rumble. If we're being honest, for peeling it all the way back, they've been building Bianca for the better part of the last 2 years. Because 2019, that's when she was on her NXT run. She and Shayna, she was chasing the title, and we thought she was going to win the NXT Women's Championship, but she never did, right? Then you close out 2019. I mean, you close out you close out 2019. You go into 2020. You do the Royal Rumble. You start out as number 2. You last, over half hour or so. And then you get that moment where you eliminate everyone. You're the last one in the ring. And then Charlotte hits. Right? So that's about 5 minutes of them going back and forth. Then Charlotte, who turns out to be the eventual Royal Rumble winner, right? So you got Charlotte who wins the Rumble. Rhea's the NXT champ, but now Bianca's back to chasing Rhea. Charlotte pulls up. You get the whole "you don't even go here" promo with her and Charlotte that went viral, right? Mm-hmm. Then Bianca loses at Takeover Portland. Charlotte claps her out and then tells Rhea that she's picking her. We don't see from Bianca again. She debuts at fucking WrestleMania. Like, bro, shit, right? And then she starts out. It's a little weird at first because she shows up on TV. She's kicking Zelina's ass, but then they kind of keep her just off TV. She's kind of just like home doing nothing, I guess. But like at the same time, she might not be on TV on like Raw, but they got her in commercials and doing ads and tobacco and shit and whatever. But then as summer creeps up, and then they do the draft or the shakeup, she goes to SmackDown and business is booming. So in a way, this has been a build-up for I don't see how they don't culminate this with the eventual WrestleMania win. And if they don't do it now, it's not going to hit the same if she wins at SummerSlam or anything. And I feel like, I don't know how the main event's going to go, but you got to have sometimes your Rumble winners lose the match, but more times than not, you got to have a win. You got to have a win. So,
no, I agree with you. I think, if we go put past the politics, if I just look at it from a straight up booking standpoint, it's like, why not give her the title now, like you said? Because if it hits, later on this year or next year, it might not hit the same. It might, but more so not. And it's just like, man, it's Sasha already accomplished, bro. Like, she already solidified as one of the greatest of all time. She don't need the title no more. It's like, who you gonna go after on SmackDown after this? You gonna run it back with Carmella? So, no, you're absolutely right. I think it's the perfect time right now. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I mean, after she had that Royal Rumble win, it was press. You know what I mean? Like, it was press everywhere. It was national press. So it makes sense to book it now. The merch should go up. I think. See, I was about to say something else. All right, here's where I go with it. And we can kind of lead off on it. It's two things. Number one, she's a Triple H girl. Like, every single time she wins some, Triple H right there. More so than he was with Sasha. Like, he really since the Mae Young Classic, he was really running with her. Part two is, let me be less problematic. She tends to say a lot about African American history. Somebody might want to, put the strap on because they seem to be a little bit more in tune with who they are. and it's less convenient, if you get what I'm saying. Now, if our guy was here, our brother was here, he'll take it to a whole nother level. Try not to be that way, even though I can be that way, but this ain't the platform with it. So, I want to go with Bianca, but if politics are involved, you go with Sasha. If Sasha does the favor, politics weren't involved, and that's how we move on.
So before we move to night 2, once again, CBS is not listing a match. They added the tag team turmoil for the women's tag team championship. So you got, I heard there was a rumor that Carmella and Billy were being added. I don't know if they actually did or not, but it's supposed to be those two versus Naomi and Lana versus Riot Squad versus Tamina and Natalia versus Team Milk for you of Mandy and Dana Brooke.
Dana Brooke looked like a Jim Carrey in a mask with the mask on.
Wow.
Not my cup of tea.
Winner of this match goes on to night 2 to take on Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Who you got winning this match? And then we can go to night 2.
Natalia and Tamina, and then let's get straight to the point. I got them winning the straps on night 2.
I think if they want a moment, I think they'll go with Naomi and Lana. I think if they're really trying to be like, yo, tag team division, we need some champs, Riot Squad. And I think regardless, the tag titles change.
If I'm Natalia and Tamina, if Paul Heyman cuts a promo and talks about my family, you giving me the goddamn titles, because he said, you know what your pops to do, and that's not something you should say after we know Jimmy Snuka's alleged history.
Oof. All right. Moving on to night 2. We already got the tag team champs decided. We can keep it with the ladies for the Raw Women's Championship. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Because there ain't no Charlotte on the show. Whew. Who you got? First of all, I will say this. Thank you, Lacey Evans. You saved us from saving us. So,
have some more kids because you trash. I'm not saying as a parent. Saying as a parent you trash, but have some more kids so you can stay your ass at home. Stay your motherfucking ass at home, man. I don't give a damn about that Proud Boy shit. I was in the Marine Corps, airborne. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You shooting kids. Let's move on.
But we got Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Who you got?
Asuka is one of my favorite workers. I do the Stephen A. Smith. For y'all be calling me Stephen A. Smith. I feel like I am turning to that motherfucker. God damn, I start off doing the whole, let me just say this. I love Asuka. I think she's one of the greatest of all time. She's one of my favorite of all time. But Rhea Ripley, Asuka's one of my favorite of all time. I'm going with Rhea Ripley, a.k.a. Davis.
Shouts to my boy Shaggy. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley. That's my man's.
It's unfortunate.
Next up, we got The Fiend versus Randy Orton. Is this gonna be a regular match? This is not gonna be cinematic. If it's not a Firefly Funhouse cinematic match, then we just did this 4 years ago.
This is the match when Banks decides to indulge in medicine because this match is shit. I don't give a fuck about Randy Orton after what how do I do this? Randy Orton is one of my favorite workers of all time, but you saying Soldier has baby moms, you get heat with me.
I don't understand what's happening there, but like it's whack. It's just whack. It's not real music.
Leave King Draco alone. I don't think people learn their lesson. Please leave that dude alone. He always with it. One of the greatest of all time.
He got other things to worry about right now.
He played GTA 5 modded on the PC, and I'm always hating because I'm like, damn.
But he got legal things that he need to worry about. We're being honest. So
That's
Yeah.
true too. But, you know, Randy Orton. Never mind.
Yeah. Who you got? I guess the Fiend wins.
Hey, you know who I got, Doug? I'm gonna be sarcastic right now. I don't give a shit. That's who I got. I don't give a shit in a 3 count. That's who I got. Fuck this match. I don't give a fuck about Bray Wyatt. I never did. I don't care about this Fiend shit. Coach, get the fuck out of here. I don't care about this burnt lasagna looking motherfucker. I don't care about Alexa Bliss. I don't care about Randy Orton. I don't care about this fucking match. Let's move on.
All right. I'm not even gonna challenge that. All right. We got what the fuck are they calling this? A Nigerian for the Intercontinental title. It is Big E versus Apollo Crews. But I want to get this right in what the match is called, because it's interesting, you know. So let me find it. But what do you think about this?
I think NBC is about to be like, we fucked up giving this deal.
It's a Nigerian drum fight. Now, sounds interesting, but
Sounds problematic.
right. But to their credit, I don't remember the WrestleMania number. I think it might be 28 or 29. But for the Yakubians, they did the Belfast Brawl with Finley and JBL. So Irish dude had Irish style match. So Nigerian dude has Nigerian style match.
Okay, so are they putting the rods on the pole? And I don't know how to phrase that properly.
I will also say, I think they're smarter in 2021 than they were in the past. I think they've moved with society has moved. So I think Apollo has way more say in what the fuck's about to happen than we might want to assume. I just don't think they can afford to be taking us places that they can't take this.
I'm a little nervous because
I'm nervous, right? I'm nervous. It's like watching your kid play a sport and you don't know if he's supposed to be out there yet or not, right? I'm hoping that they don't cross. I don't think they can afford for Apollo to ever have to talk about this in a negative way. They can't afford that.
now is Hubert Davis going to be in Apollo Crews' corner?
He is not. Well, he might be because they're the same type.
Yeah. So if they had a stipulation where the white wives are on the line, I think this would be more interesting. Just saying.
But they're not. So I think Apollo wins.
He has to. Like, he been doing the Coming to America gimmick for a month now.
I guess. Good for him. I'm glad he said something because whatever he was doing before sucked. Honestly, they need to turn Ricochet heel.
You know what's so funny with him? Fuck Ricochet. You know what's so funny about him?
Wow.
Is it's like the Kevin Hart skit when the Doug's trying not to smile. That's Apollo. He be wanting to smile so bad. Shit ain't funny.
I'm excited. I'm excited for E to have his first singles match. Let's give him, I don't know. Let him and Apollo toss that thing back and forth for pause. Let him and Apollo trade off on the Intercontinental title. Also, I think Big E's music is fire. WrestleMania drops tomorrow. I don't know if you know about that, but the gear drops tomorrow. They got some fire gear.
Our family, they got the gear earlier. Shouts out to them. If I was going to WrestleMania, I would get the gear.
I don't think there's an event, but there's gonna be merch.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at it again because I didn't really get to see Eve's and Cody's
Yeah.
that much, so maybe I need to check it again. I mean, the colors are fire, but
Yeah.
I mean, I
Alright,
get it.
so-
I'm always buying clothes.
So
and I
we
don't
both
go
got
anywhere.
Apollo winning.
Of course.
All right, bet that. All right. We'll keep the title matches going for the mid card, U.S. title. Sheamus versus Riddle. I'm gonna keep it buck.
Who gives a fuck? You see how that rhyme?
Sheamus wins. Sheamus wins because I can't pick Riddle. I will give Sheamus. Sheamus been working this year. Pandemic has definitely helped Sheamus.
Fuck Sheamus. Fuck Matt Riddle.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. Yeah, that part for sure. All right. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with potentially Logan Paul. Yeah.
Yo, it's a lot of medicine breaks during this pay-per-view for me.
You don't fuck with either of these two?
Nigga, I've been watching this since ROH.
I mean, I don't know.
And then they got a culture vulture in this? What you trying? Who gonna say nigga first, him or Sami Zayn? We seen the video.
I'm picking Kevin Owens.
Hey, he be dropping some fire ass merch around this time. That Kevin Owens shirt, I gotta get that.
All right. So last but not least, we are here. The main event, night 2. Daniel Bryan versus Edge versus the Tribal Chief. The head of the table, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, this is about to be quick. The God, aka the Tribal Queen, the Tribal Chief, almost said something else. I know it's late at night, but I almost said something else.
So, wow.
Yeah, it's them hours. Shorty about to get a text message from me. The Tribal Chief. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Roman Reigns, because I'm really done with. I haven't watched SmackDown in a month. They put it on Edge, bro. I'm done. I'm fucking out of here, bro. Fucking out of here, bro.
I think Edge wins. I think they do that. I think Daniel Bryan takes the loss, and I just want to say, I don't know if I'm gonna make sure.
Can he retire after this?
We have not talked enough about Daniel Bryan using white privilege to get into this title match.
What's there to talk about? We know he got a little haircut now. It's like, you know what I mean, when you trying to get a job, you cut your hair, you cut your beard, except for if you white, you can keep all that and still get the job. Yeah.
He lost the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
He won the Elimination Chamber. He lost the title match to Roman Reigns. And yet he gets to sit in the ring and talk about, I'm not leaving until someone gives me a title match. Who the fuck is this? The heel Daniel Bryan would not be approving of this. He would call this fickle. He would say impotent, change it. And I feel like this is privilege that Daniel Bryan is showing, and I don't know how to feel. But on the flip side, I think Roman is too big to be taken at WrestleMania L. So I think Daniel's in. And plus Edge, that's my guy, but he's old. I don't know. Hey, listen. We need him to stay around. So he can't be doing Roman 1-on-1 because Roman going to send that boy back to the crib. You know what I mean? So,
well, that's why this is why this happened, because they already knew that man take one spear, his body gonna explode like a Minecraft character.
All right. So I think Edge gets the W. I think Daniel Bryan takes the pin though.
Can he retire? Man, take your ass home after this, bro. You was never good. You just gonna bore me if you the champion. If you have a singles matches, you really about to bore me. And you 50 years old. You 36. You old.
And that's it. That's our Mania preview. We've been here a while, and it's late for you. It was only 9:30 for me.
Yeah, I gotta get back to Pacific Standard Time. I hate this shit.
Yeah, it's beautiful life out here in California. You see it. Any quick shout outs before we bounce out of here?
No, same shit. Follow me at Banks No Rest too. See what I got working on. Shouts out to my co-host at the BVD Pod, Banks versus Davis. My co-host Davis, the stat guy, like wrestling podcast, and that's it. Shouts out to Coach. I know you probably sleep right now. You probably snoring. Your stomach probably hurt. Your hair is uneven. You look dusty.
I mean, all right. Happy WrestleMania week. Shout outs to Black Wrestling. Shout out to Black Announce Table. Check out their Patreon as well. Also, shout outs to the A Show RNC. Boys over there just dropped their Patreon, so shout outs to them. Make sure you check out the A Show and the Rewriters Room. That's one of my favorite podcasts out there. Are we missing anybody? Make sure you check out that Black Wrestling raffle to get this merch for sure. Fuck Fightful.com also. I'm adding it up to the fucking list because what they did today, disgusting behavior.
I got some more shout outs.
All right, get it going.
Shouts out to Random Max the podcast. Sign up at Patreon for exclusive content. Sign up to Black Announce Table for exclusive content. Shouts out to Public Enemies. That's about it. Everybody else I kind of know. Y'all know I fuck with y'all.
I only got 3 Patreon subscriptions. Random Max Podcast, Black Announce Table, A Show RNC. That's it for me.
That's all you really need. For the most part, a lot of people do Patreons and don't put out shit. You know who y'all are. Always pay your people, like I always say, man, so you can avoid problems. It's a prominent podcast. They ain't paid their people.
You heard that, Coach? Pay your fucking people. With that being said, you can find me on Twitter at Dugg Christ, but I ain't telling you my Instagram because I'm private anyway. So if you request me, probably gonna sit in the inbox for a couple months until I feel like saying no.
I ain't private on mine.
Yeah, but you hate Instagram.
I do. But you see the vibes, you know. Go follow that TXB wear as well.
Whatever. And Candace Patton, I love you.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.